We have a touching inspiration article this month. We learn about a lady who's 88 years old from the state of Pennsylvania, but she has a heart for Rwanda. Her name is Arlene Brown. David Morton, what can we learn from this lady's life?
One thing we can learn is that it's never too late, right? It's never too late to get in there, get involved, to help people. Never too late to find new ways of dedicating your life to service.
What is she actually doing?
So what she's doing is she's living in Rwanda. She has bought a large plot of land and she runs it used to be primarily an orphanage, but now it's mostly a school, a community center, even an event space. She's even like rented it out to people to use for weddings and stuff like that. And so now she's like she has this school and she's taking care of a lot of children out there in Rwanda.
What I'm wondering, David, is what characteristics do you think it takes to be willing to go into a foreign land and help those in need? That's a huge step to take.
It is a huge step to take. And a lot of people might not think they have what it takes, but really what it takes more than anything else is just an openness, a willingness to help, kind of making yourself spiritually, emotionally available to the needs of others.
Making yourself available. That's
making yourself available.
Being open. You need to be open-minded.
Yeah, you have to be open-minded.
Right? If, of course, selfishness would keep us from doing that. And so there are a lot of things we have to work through. But sometimes I think, David, we can just go, right?
Exactly.
That's a part of it.
I think a great piece of advice that someone has given me once is that a lot of life, this person said 90% of life is just showing up, right? Don't think about, don't be thinking, oh, am I ready? Can I do it? If it's something that that you feel like you can do, just go for it.
Sometimes we'll never feel ready. Often we never feel ready to do something. So if we're waiting on that, guess what? We'll probably never do it.
Yeah.
Well, what type of volunteer projects do you find most rewarding, David?
Personally, I think that long-term projects tend to be the most rewarding. Short-term projects are good. You kind of go, we're talking about like something like going abroad to do something. Like you go abroad, you help some people build a building or something like that, and then you leave. Well, then it's sort of like there's some help that you've done there, but it's up to people how that's going to be managed later. I think that long-term volunteer projects, working at a after-school center for like 4 years, right? Well, it doesn't have to be 4 years, but for an extended period of time. That's how you can build relationships, how you can build those connections that make those volunteer projects even more meaningful.
That is so true. Investing in people over time is more rewarding, right? And so hopefully you can think about that, and maybe there's a volunteer project coming up and you can take that opportunity. You can learn from it, but more than that, you can invest in the lives of other people. Well, thank you, David, for joining us for another month of Insights. And thank all of you for joining us for this segment. We hope that you enjoy every segment this month, and be sure to check out our radio programs and all of our articles as well.